Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and today we're doing a new unboxing for April with Bargain Bead Box. And this month we have the Making Waves collection. I'm so excited to see what's in it, and I see we're going to have a lot of Amazonite. So Bargain Bead Box is a monthly subscription for $24.99 a month, and you get lots of different items in your box. And so technically it's in a bag, but it is called Bargain Bead Box. And so it looks like we have 19 items in here for this month, for April. And with every subscription, you also get a 30% off code. Can't show it to you, but you'll just have to trust me on that. And I'll leave my link down below so you can click on that if you'd like to subscribe. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start unpacking and get my box ready, and we'll get started. So this time I had to zoom out a little bit just to make sure that we get the whole box. You know, my little sorter box in here. And I did get this off Amazon, but I haven't seen them listed lately. But you can also get different boxes at, you know, like the HL store, which is a really good price for that. And let's go ahead and start unpacking. So, looks like we're going to be centered on blue and silver this month. Yay. So, comes in a nice blue organza bag. And you get all this for $24.99. Now, if you went to your local retail store, it's probably going to cost you $100 just for this stuff. So it looks like retail value is $102.81. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort these to make them easier to show you, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm zoomed out so I have room and you can see everything. I've got my scoop ready. I've got my wire cutters and my scissors if I need them. And we're going to start out with number one. So number one is a 35mm flower Amazonite gently faceted teardrop pendant. Okay, so that is really nice. So it's got kind of a little bit of a rough face on it on one side, but it looks like this one's polished. So I'd say polished on one side. It's just got a little bit of a facet, but I love Amazonite. It's just such a pretty stone. Okay, that's one. All right, number two, we have flower Amazonite faceted teardrop pendant. So we get two pendants. And I like to put them in order in my box just so, you know, when I need to refer to what I have, then I can do that. Oh, that's a pretty one. Love the design on that. Of course, I'll zoom in for you. But it's got just some little diamond facets on it. And a little bit of color in there. All right, number three, 8mm Amazonite round matte beads, 7-inch strand. Ooh, now those are interesting. So they've got the little bit of banding in those. And this is natural stone. So, yeah, I like those. I don't know, sometimes matte beads, you know, mixed with shiny beads can just really add a little bit of layer to your pieces. So I'm going to cut this apart with my wire cutters. And I usually like to put them on the bead mat because I don't have good luck putting them directly in the box. I spill them every time. Okay. So look at those. So pretty. Okay, and number 4, we have 4mm Amazonite rondelle beads on a 7-inch strand. Oh, cute. So they're tiny, almost like Kishi beads, but they're rondelles. They have a little bit of thickness to them. Aren't those cute? I can probably put this whole strand in that section. Let's see. I can. Okay. So those are gorgeous. Okay, and number 5, we have fossil coral tumbled nugget beads in a 7.5-inch strand. Okay, I'm not real familiar with fossil coral. Almost looks like picture jasper to me, but it has a nice shiny finish. Those are cute. I think those will go well with the turquoise color of the Amazonite too. Okay, so I'm gonna dump them out. Pull the threads, and of course there's always that wrap around. Okay, so we got mixtures of gray and light brown and some cream color. These are interesting. Make a cool mixed necklace. And I'm gonna have to use 2 slots for that side. Okay, next we have number 6, which is a 7 to 8mm flower Amazonite English cut round beads in a 7-inch strand. So one of the cool parts about these boxes, you get a mixture of strands, you get loose beads, and then you get findings, which I love. Oh, aren't those cute? So again, with the Amazonite, and some of the colors in the Amazonite will go with the fossil beads. So that could be a good complementary mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that. So you can see the beads on the bead mat. Nice colors. I think those look really pretty. There's going to be a whole lot of Amazonite in here, which is one of my favorite stones. Okay, and then we have number 7, which is the 6mm flower Amazonite matte round beads in a 15-inch strand. That's a good size strand. Okay, and those are matte as well, so those will go nicely with those. How cool. Okay. And of course, dumping them on my bead mat as usual. You can see, so a little bit different in this is there are some tones of yellow, just like the faceted. So we got turquoise, yellow, green, very beachy, which I love about this time of year. I think the bead boxes this time of year are always kind of beachy themed. So I got them all in there. Next we have number 8, which is green angelite tumbled pebble beads, 14-inch strand. That's another new one I've never heard of before. Okay. So they'll go perfectly with the Amazonite. And I think nugget beads are kind of good on their own with just simple spacer beads. And then, in a necklace or a bracelet, you could do multi-strand bracelets. So I think it's going to be really cute for that. And another thing I like about these is that they're smooth to the touch. So they don't have any sharp edges. They're just really smooth, soft beads, slightly rounded. So I like that. Very tumbled. Okay, number 9, Glass Bead Mix in Sandy Seashore. Nice. Okay. So what I'm seeing here are some AB and iridescent glass beads. Oh, we have some little glass starfish in here. How cute. Oh, and a little fish. So I got a couple of each. Those are adorable. That one has a little bit of purple on the end. Wonder if I can scrape that off. Of course, I gotta clean it up off my mat. But I'll figure that out. Alright, so we got a lot of glass beads in here and then a good assortment of seed beads. I'd say those are probably size 11 seed beads mostly. Maybe a couple of size 8 or 10. Those are cute. Okay, I don't know if I want to separate these. I have enough slots, so I think what I'm going to do is put all the glass beads in here, seed beads in another, and just keep going. Okay, so there's a lot of glass beads in here. Okay, if I have to, I'll adjust, but I kind of like to keep them separated just so, I can just open the box and look in it and see what I have. Look at this one. It's got some sparkle in it. Okay. Then the seed beads, you can see you got yellows and purples and, warm colors with a little bit of purple thrown in. Oh, I like that. And that's a good amount. Look at that. Of course, you know me. I can always use seed beads. All right. And then I've got my little fish and extras there. All right, number 10, we have the 4x3mm crystal rondelle beads in matte coral pink, AB, 15-inch strand. Okay. Yeah, I've gotten these beads many times in my stashes. I like them. So they'll go with the glass beads here. There's several of them in peach there and the seed beads. And we'll just have to see if we could incorporate them with the Amazonite. If we can't, we have other options. So it's not like we can experiment and play with our bead colors. You know, they are carefully curated. So sometimes Bargain Bead Box will throw in, you know, a contrasting color to contrast with the other beads. Which I like that color theory because, you know, you can explore your possibilities with it. So yeah, these could be mixed with Amazonite. So if you look at it, or even, you know, some of these. But yeah, that would be pretty with Amazonite. I think these would make good spacer beads. It's always so much fun opening these boxes. Or running to the mailbox to get my box. All right. All right. Number 11, we got 4mm crystal faceted round beads in seafoam shimmer and 12 inches. Ooh, I like those. Look at that shimmer. These just have mega sparkle to them. And they're on wire, so you always have to be careful when you know, unstring these, just because they can get pokey sometimes. Okay, I want to make sure everything shows here. Okay. And look at that. Sparkle for days. I can't wait to use those. What color combinations do you like best? And let me know in the comments below and what you think of this bead box, because I think it's just gorgeous. All right, number 12, 2 pieces of stainless steel wavy pendants, 60 by 18 millimeter. Okay, well, this is interesting. Make a cute pair of earrings. I guess you could kind of dangle like some Amazonite in between here. Or, let's see what kind of edge that has. You could glue on, if you have a bead hole large enough, I guess maybe you could glue it onto the edge. I have to see. Okay. Well, maybe if you, I were able to file it down, and then maybe I could stick a bead on each edge. I think that would be kind of cool. Just thinking creatively here. But, like, it'd make a very interesting pair of earrings. Not going to fit in my box, so I'm going to set them to the side here. Okay, and number 13, we got wavy brass pinch bell in silver. So it looks like one piece. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't look like a pinch bell to me. I think that's another earring. So that's exactly the same. Oh, it is a pinch bell. Okay, cool. So if you look right here in the center, right here, if you pull it apart, you've got a pinch bell. So I wonder what kind of stone I would put in there. That could get interesting. Very different. I'll have to spark my creativity on that one. All right, number 14, 20-piece Baroque textured nugget spacers, 7 by 6 millimeters. So let's see what these look like. Okay. So interesting. almost have a nugget texture. So those are kind of cool. Very different. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in here. Number 15, we have 50 pieces of 5.5mm stainless steel bead caps. Yay, we always like a good variety of bead caps. Okay, so they are stainless steel, so stainless steel doesn't usually fade or, rust or anything, but they're small, but they have an interesting top to them. So those will be kind of fun to work with. 50 pieces should be plenty. Okay, number 16, 2 pieces of stainless steel wavy round pendants. Oh, okay. We're definitely going with the wave themes here. Okay. So I don't see a hole in them, but you can put a jump ring on them and mount them. Be good for a pair of earrings, or, you could add beads and make a pendant, or maybe if you made a pendant out of these, maybe there'd be a way to, I don't know if you could loop that or not, but, we could do something interesting. Just have to work that creativity. So put those in there. Number 17, 10 pieces of 22mm textured ring links. Fun. Okay, well, I like the size of those. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It'd be cool to take the seed beads and bead around them using brick stitch. And you can make really cool earrings out of those. That's what I think of first. And otherwise, you can take jump rings and put them together and, make earrings and bracelets. And you could wire wrap, with head eye pins, and like put a large bead in the center. Like that's the largest bead, but I'd probably do the Amazonite. But you could put a bead or a series of beads in the center and hook them on. Possibilities are endless. Okay, so number 18, we got platinum plated brass textured fold over clasp in platinum. And of course it's lead free, nickel free, and cadmium free. So let's see what we got. Okay, so it carries with that kind of wave texture. And then, so if you look, it is a fold over clasp. So the hinge is over here. So you've got a loop here to attach it to your necklace, and then you can unclasp it there. So that's kind of cool. Very different. And last but not least, 1 meter of stainless steel dapped oval jewelry chain. So I bet this is going to have some texture to it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it does have some texture and a little bit of shine. Very different. Okay, now I don't see where, it'd be kind of hard to add a jump ring on there. I don't know, they're teeny tiny, so you'd have to use small jump rings if you wanted to attach it to anything, but they do have some little tiny loops on them. That's a very fine, delicate chain. Pretty. So you get 1 meter of it, so that's about, I don't know, a little bit over 3 feet. So as you can see, it's got a lot of sparkle to it. So I definitely have to use my super duper magnifying glass to see it to add any type of tiny jump rings to it. You know, if you want to add a clasp or anything. So we'll have to figure that one out. But there you have it, the Making Waves collection for April of 2026 by Bargain Bead Box. Again, I will leave a link down below if you'd like to order a collection. Once you join, you can also go to our sister site, which is Beadbox Bargains. And if you order the collection, then you'll have a 30% off code, which will work all month. So you can use it multiple times. If not, they always have a 10% off coupon if you sign up for the newsletter, and lots of beads to choose from and lots of specials. So it's well worth it. All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to see what you make with your Making Waves collection. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. May creativity be your guide.